Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to welcome Prime Minister Albanese and his delegation to Singapore once again. This is the Prime Minister's first official visit to Singapore as Prime Minister, but of course, Singapore is no stranger to him. He has visited Singapore many times in various capacities. In 2014, for example, for the World Cities Summit. In 2017, as a Lee Kuan Yew Exchange Fellow, and that was also the occasion when I first met him, when I was then in the Ministry of National Development. The strong and enduring friendship between Australia and Singapore has come a long way. During the Second World War, Australian soldiers fought bravely to defend Malaya and Singapore, with many giving their lives in the battles. When Singapore became independent in 1965, Australia was one of the first countries to recognize us as a sovereign nation. Our strong bilateral cooperation is anchored on a high level of strategic trust, developed and strengthened over the decades, and it has flourished under the Comprehensive Strategic Partnership, or the CSP, which was established in 2015. Last year, during the annual leaders' meeting, both sides signed the Singapore-Australia Green Economy Agreement, which was the first for both sides, but was also the first of its kind in the world. And we are now collaborating on supply chain resilience, including food security, energy security, connectivity, and crisis response. In fact, the fish on today's menu is from an aquaculture farm in Singapore, grown from fry imported from Australia. Of course, the wine is from Australia too. Singapore and Australia are partners that have supported each other in times of need. For example, in the early days of the COVID pandemic, when international travel was suspended, we helped to bring each other's citizens home. We concluded a vaccine swap to support each other's efforts to fight COVID-19. And more recently, last November, a team of 16 officers from the Singapore Civil Defence Force also participated in the flood emergency relief efforts in New South Wales. Our people-to-people ties are strong. Just in the first quarter of this year, some 250,000 Australians visited Singapore. You form the third largest group of short-term visitors here. Of course, Singaporeans too are avid travelers, and we make up the fifth largest source of tourists for Australia. So we have some way to catch up. Because you are third for us, we are only fifth for you. But considering our much smaller population, I think we are doing reasonably well. More than 60,000 Singaporeans are living, working, and studying in Australia, and thousands of our SAF troops train in Australia every year. Australia has been a long-term friend and steadfast partner to Singapore. We share similar perspectives on the continuing importance of multilateralism and an open and inclusive rules-based regional architecture for cooperation. And this has enabled us to set new benchmarks for cooperation and jointly launch pathfinders in new areas like the digital and green economies, which hopefully can be scaled up and expanded to other regional countries. We also continue to welcome Australia to play a bigger role in our region and to further contribute to our region's stability and growth. We are in a troubled world that's filled with geopolitical uncertainties and tensions. But the strong and enduring partnership between Australia and Singapore gives us confidence to navigate our way through stormy weather and to take our countries forward. In 2025, we will reach the 10-year milestone of our CSP. So we look forward to working with our Australian mates to advance our bilateral cooperation to even greater heights. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, may I now invite you to join me in a toast to His Majesty, the King and the people of Australia, the good health and happiness of Prime Minister Albanese and his delegation, the continued peace and prosperity of Australia, and of course, to the enduring and strong friendship between Australia and Singapore. Cheers.